What's up guys, it's Tajae here back with another video, and today I want to do something a bit brand new and actually give you guys a bit of a more personal approach to some of my videos. And I want to give you guys some story times. This is something that people actually enjoy a lot whenever I just talk about random shit in my streams, and people like to just hear me goof off and just talk about just personal experiences that I had. And this is actually a story that I feel like a lot of people would really like to hear. A lot of people want to know about it. I don't know if you guys know, I actually sometimes smoke weed, and I've been very open about this, and people want to know if I've ever had like a really bad high. And let's be honest, like anybody who smokes weed before, done like any type of drugs, we've all had really bad highs to where you like freak out or something, just because like eventually it just happens. I think it just happens to the best of us. And pretty much, like, I kid you not, I thought I was gonna die this day. So we're just gonna go through and just go down memory lane and give you guys the whole rundown of the story. So this actually takes place back wintertime in 2017. So I was 17 years old, and this is around the time where I first started experimenting with like smoking weed and stuff for the very first time. And I had this group of friends that went to a different high school than I did, which for me that's actually pretty common, because I had just friends from all over the city that just went to different high schools all throughout the Arlington district. So pretty much I was hanging with these friends that I usually play PlayStation and stuff with, since I don't get to see them a lot because they live on the other side of town. We're like, let's just all get together, you could chill with us, and we could like smoke or whatnot. And this is around the time that I actually had just got my driver's license. So I was like, yeah, that's a bet. And I went ahead and scooped everybody up, and we went to this guy named Kane's house. This is actually the first time I've ever met Kane, and I think this is the only time I've ever met Kane, which is pretty crazy because, we still talk off and on Snapchat. And every year around, that time when the Snapchat memory comes back up, because this is actually on video, we like laugh at her and talk about her whatnot. But yeah, so pretty much I got my car, and I went to pick up my friend Patrick, and then after that, I went to go pick up Ezra. And then from there, we went over to Kane's house, which I met up with Corby and a few other guys that I actually don't talk to anymore. Pretty much we're matching. We brought our own 2 grams, and they also had 2 grams of weed themselves. So we already had our stuff rolled up. So when we pulled up, they already had their stuff rolled up. So we pretty much just got straight to facing the blunts like instantly. So, we're all just chatting, having a good time or whatnot, standing in the circle in their backyard, smoking. Mind you, it's really late at night. We did this like super late at night. And as we're smoking, like I kind of just like got on my cell phone, and I was actually on Twitter just looking at videos and stuff. And I could feel myself like, my heart starting to pick up pace, and it's beating kind of hard. My cotton mouth is coming in, just normal, weed smoking shit. So obviously, nobody's going to freak out about that. You're just chilling. And I was just, I was just vibing. Like, I was feeling good, of course. Like, I just smoked my weed. I was just chilling. End up tapping on the blunt. Reason being is because at this point in time, I was actually very inexperienced, and they knew I was inexperienced. And I don't know if you guys know, but whenever you're smoking with somebody who's never smoked or like haven't smoked much at all, everybody's like looking at that person, pressuring them to keep hitting it, but like, no, you're not hitting it right. Like, you got to keep hitting it over and over again to get the validation of the entire group. So really ended up smoking a lot more of the weed out of the entire group than they did them damn selves, which is fucking crazy. And that's so stupid to me looking back at it, knowing that I didn't have much high tolerance at all. But yeah, so just how I was looking at my phone or whatnot, and I noticed like my vision had got like super tunneled. Like, I couldn't see anything but the phone, and like everything outside of it was like black, like a complete tunnel. And it was like the phone was moving away from me, and like I started like just dazing into the phone pretty much. As I'm just like Twitter surfing, the conversations that were going on around me on the outside, they started like going muffled to where I couldn't hear anything, and they were actually talking to me, and I just wasn't saying anything, and I was just super drawn into the phone. And they finally like got me, like they got my attention. I looked up, and I was like, yo, like I felt like super dizzy, like it was tunnel vision, and I just started having like this crazy anxiety attack. Like, I don't even have anxiety, but man, like the weed just had me getting super paranoid. So I felt like all 5 of my senses were like amplified to like 30,000. Like, I felt like everything was just coming on too strong. Like, I could see too strong. Like, everything was so focused. Like, my sense of touch was very sensitive. Like, my breathing, like it's like everything was just amplified, and it was like very overwhelming. And I was trying to like calm down, and my heart was racing to the point where like I felt like I was gonna literally pass out. And like I was just going through so much anxiety. It got to the point where I felt like I needed to call the ER, and everybody's like, yo, like chill out, bro, like you're good, you don't need to call the ER. And it got to the point where I was actually like got on my phone to try to call 911. I tried to call 911, and they're like all like bugging, like, yo, like what are you doing, like calm down, blah 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 blah. They took my phone, and I'm over there like in my head just thinking like, oh my god, like bro, like I'm fucked up, head spinning, I'm freaking out, I feel like I'm about to die, I need to call the ambulance, but they're not calling the ambulance. Like, I'm literally over here just freaking out. So they finally gave me my phone back, and I actually go to call my mom, which is like, I don't know why the fuck I did this, but I called my mom, And my mom answers, and I'm like freaking out, like on the phone, like just freaking out. And they're like, bro, like what are you doing? And I noticed that I had like, I literally just like snapped out of it out of nowhere, and I was like, yo, what? Like, I just called my mom, and I hung up. So like I hung up, and I'm just like, bro, like what just happened? They're like, bro, you was freaking out, like you're tripping hard, like bro, you had us like scared, like you can't be doing that. Like they're all like mad as fuck because I just ruined all their highs because I was just tripping. And the thing is, it ends up coming back. Like it literally comes back, and I feel like I'm melting. Like I kid you not, I feel like as I'm standing there, like I'm just about to fall over, melt, and just die. And they're like, bro, like we're gonna get you home. I'm like, bro, I just need to get home. They're like, bro, we're gonna get you home. Also, cut the cameras for a second. Pause the story. I literally was the designated driver. I'm the one that picked all of you up. How the fuck are you getting me home? Like, nigga, how the fuck are you getting me home when I was the driver and I picked all of you up? How are you getting me home? Like, what? Makes no type of sense. And what's crazy, this entire situation I'm talking about right now, it's on video, as I said. So I guess if we get like 1,000 or 1,500 likes on this video, I'll like post this video on my next story time video. But anyways, I was tripping balls. I was fucked up, looking very stupid. And if I had to like go in miraculous detail of what it felt like, it was like I was melting again. Everything was muffled. My words were like slurring. I could hear myself repeating. My head was shaking. Like I felt like everything was intensified. I felt like I was gonna just, my heart was gonna just explode. It was beating super fast. Like I was just tripping so hard. I was so paranoid. Like I was so scared. Like I was on my P's and Q's. Like people were laughing. People were trying to tell me to calm down. People telling me they're gonna get me home. My mom was calling my phone over and over again. Like it was really bad. Like I was tripping super hard. My mom was just trying to see what was going on. She called me, seeing where I was. The thing is, I didn't return any of those calls. So I'm like sitting there like, oh my God, like now my mom is like worried sick about me. She's blowing up my phone trying to figure out what's going on. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Like I literally forgot where I even was. Like I was just tripping so hard, and I was just so fucked up. And I was like, bro, I just need some water. Like I need some water. So they got me inside to go get some water, and there was like girls in there, and like I'm in there, like I'm trying to drink the water, my hands like shaking, I'm like just acting ridiculous, like making a mess. And it got to the point where everybody's like, bro, we just gotta go, like we gotta bounce up out of here, like you're ruining the vibe, like you're fucking everything up. And I'm like just having so much more anxiety because I'm like, bro, like I'm trying to calm down, like why can't I get a grip of myself? And then to make matters worse, Kane's mom actually walks through into the door, so I'm like trying to straighten myself up super hard so she doesn't like catch wind of what's going on. But I'm like acting too weird. The whole situation was already like super fucked up in the house because I'm like tripping, and I'm just trying to like, I'm guessing like I'm easily just detectable. And she's like, were you guys smoking weed? And I'm like, no, of course not. But like I'm like tripping, like I'm not even saying it regular. I'm like super hyperactive, like super just out of it. So like she could clearly tell. And we just like went outside to the car. And when I got to my car, I noticed I didn't have my car keys. So we're outside. I'm at the car. I'm like freaking out. I'm checking over my pockets. I'm like, bro, like I can't find my car keys. Like I can't find my car keys. Like what's going on? I can't find my keys. And they're like, bro, are you serious? I'm like, bro, I can't find the keys. Like, oh my God, like what's going on? So we go back inside. We're looking all over for the keys, just being ridiculous. People are laughing. Like I'm over here like, oh my God, bro, this is just, it's such anxiety inducing. Like I just need to just get out of here. Like I'm freaking out. Like I just gotta go. And it turns out the entire time the keys were in my pocket, which is freaking stupid. So they're like, oh my God. They're like, bro, never again, bro. Like never again. Like they're pissed. And they're like, let me drive. And I'm like, bro, I'm not letting you drive the car. They're like, what? Like, let me drive. I'm like, bro, I'm not letting you drive the car. They're like, bro, come on. I'm like, bro, we are not leaving unless I'm behind the wheel. So I put in the keys, you know, we get going, and they're like, bro, they're like tripping. They're like watching me like I'm driving the car. And they're like calling out every little thing. They're nervous, like, bro, let's go get some Waffle House and eat, and then you'll be good or whatnot. So, you know, we go ahead and we hit up Waffle House. And as I'm there, I'm like, bro, I just need some water. I'm like freaking out, like, bro, we're gonna get you water. Like, relax, bro, relax. I'm like, bro, I'm trying. And I remember the Waffle House lady, I told her I wanted some water. So she's getting the water. I'm like staring her down, watching her go get the water. And I'm like, bro, I just need some water. Like, I just need some water. I'm like looking at her going like, I just need water. Like, she needs to hurry up and need water. But I'm saying this like out loud. So I'm pretty sure she hears me and sees that I'm tripping. And she's like, I can see her like rushing to get the water as I'm like saying it. And I'm like, bro, you just gotta like calm down. And they're like eating their Waffle House. And I'm like trying to stay calm. I'm trying to drink the water. Like I'm trying to stay still. Like I'm just tripping. Like I'm just like out of my mind, just full of anxiety. So we're just sitting at the table, and for me, this feels like an eternity. I feel like every single second feels like an hour. I'm looking all around the Waffle House. I feel like everybody's looking at me. I'm struggling. They're just over there like chilling, chowing down their food, like just feeling good. I'm just over there like freaking out. Just this entire night, just the worst freak out ever. Just sitting there like shaking, can't like think straight. Feel like I'm gonna die. Like I literally felt like I was gonna die. Like I felt like I was gonna fall over at any point in time. I feel like I was like hanging on to dear life. I was just so uncomfortable. So then finally, after what felt like an eternity, we actually went ahead and left, and I took everybody home. And I felt like I had the most longest drive home of my entire life. Like I felt like I had no sense of just like time, no sense of distance. Like I had just no sense of awareness of where I was. Like I knew where to go and how to get home, but I just didn't feel the travel. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it felt forever, and I was just going and going, and it's like as I passed up everything, it's like I forgot it as I passed. Like it was just crazy. And then all of a sudden, I just kind of ended up at the house. Like, it's like I didn't even remember the trip. I just ended up being at home. And I went inside and I just slept that shit off like a fucking baby. Woke up feeling fucking fantastic. Felt like I was like, I just couldn't believe I made it through the night, because that was like the worst high like I ever had. And my mom was questioning me like what happened. I just kind of like blew her off and just kept like telling her like it was nothing. And then in the future, like I think like half a year later, I ended up actually bringing up that night with my parents. And I was telling my dad like, yeah, that's like when I tried it. He was like, yeah, I know you're off on something, because the way you called your mom like freaking out or whatnot. And I was like, bro, I didn't even know my dad knew. And it was just crazy. Like it was just a crazy night. And like ever since then, like every time I got in the PlayStation party chat with my friends, like they'd always clown me for it and give me shit. Or like every year, whenever the video from the Snapchat store, as I said, comes back around, they'll send it to me, like laugh and stuff. And it's just whatever. Like it was pretty embarrassing for a while, but I kind of got over it. Like it happens to the best of us. It is what it is. But yeah, that's like my story of the worst high ever. If you guys would actually like to see more type of content like this and hear more stories from me, I actually got plenty. Just go ahead and leave a like so I can know if you guys like it or not. And I'll definitely just go ahead and just pump out another story for you guys, because I have plenty of cool, interesting things I think I could tell you guys. But I mean, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and I'll see you guys next time with another banger.